Hello everyone, welcome back to more Slipways. We're gonna play again on challenging here. I still would rather, I don't know. I could try tough, but I'd rather get to like a 5 platinum game on challenging first, I feel like. Anyway, let's get started here. With a, where's the random button? There it is. Oh, wow, that's interesting. No uncolonizable planets. And people gives you even more people. So, humongous score penalty and a very friendly sector. That should be interesting. Okay, these guys have great ways to get a lot of science. That's nice. We like science. They don't have quantum computing, but they do have machine sentience, which is pretty good if you can get that far. On the other hand, actually, we do have extra people in this setup, so it's maybe less good than it might otherwise be. Xeno studies is a nice way to boost science, I guess. It's one option, anyway. Freeze-resistant bots, we could make, I don't know, something good happen? What is this? At least last game, when I took experimental tech, I was able to actually use it. It took a little longer than I would have liked, but I did do something with it. Biohybrids. Biohybrids is nice. It makes the loop for getting food a lot shorter. You can just go people... Well, is that shorter? Not really. It just gives you another way to get, well, people to biomass, to bots to food, to people. That's not really any different from people to minerals to bots to food. It just makes it available more often. Extreme miniaturization and nanofabrication, so lots of ways to get Forge Worlds, or to be able to forge stuff. I mean, like, Joint Factories always looks good to me, and every time I take it, I suffer. Because it's hard to get enough exports. Like, I don't know, you have to find a place that wants both chips and bots, or else this is a lot worse than the basic setup. Or at any rate, a little worse. What about the Dender? Nutrition is an option. So that would be a way to shortcut food production even more. You have habitats. Universal harmony, I love to go for. Culture is just so good. None of this stuff so far that I'm looking at generates any money, really. I mean, there's gene adjustment, but... I mean, and trade league, but early money. So we could go with you guys. And they have brain-machine interface. I forget if I mentioned, like... I think we've played 2 games now with brain-machine interface, and both times I've been absolutely swimming in money the entire game. And, like, the last time... I think the time before I found a way to spend it. Last time I didn't. I just, like, had money and I couldn't do anything with it. And so I, like... It seems pretty good as a way to produce money, but also I'm like... Is it really, like, brain-machine interface all by itself carrying me the entire game? Or is it just, like, happening to get lucky to line it up with the games where I already, like, managed my economy well enough that I didn't need it and I just wasted a tech slot? I genuinely don't know which of those is happening. But these guys also have wave augmentation. Flexible fabrication isn't too bad either. And they have teleporters at the end, which seems fine. So I think I like taking the, what are they, Ephorians? Yeah. And these are both okay? I don't usually... I don't know. I kind of like novelty traders better than luxury, I think. Like, I was saying I need some money early game, and maybe luxury would mean I don't need to take brain machine interface, but... Well, do we have any other projects even at all? Hydroponics on arid and desert is also something. There won't be any desert planets. That's a thought, I guess. I mean, I want some science. I like your perks a little bit, but I don't know that I really want any of your late game stuff, except that, like, or your techs. Like, they're fine? Space-Time Version is like one way late game to spend a bunch of money, which I don't otherwise have. Maybe biome reconstruction would be a way. I don't know, just build so many slipways that everything's really expensive. That's another way to spend money. Yeah, I want science more than I want that. Like, I want culture from Dender, and I want science, and I want money. And is there any tech that I'm really dying to have, like, year one? Or should I go for the longer term value play? This doesn't pay for itself until you find 40 planets. And, like, over the course of a game, you do find 40 planets, for sure. But it's not that much more than 40, I think? And so I'm pretty sure this is a lot better most of the time, just because you get it so early. For example, I could just start with brain machine interface and have no money trouble at all, right? I'm pretty sure that's how that would work. Or maybe start with Xeno studies and be able to get a lot of science. We don't really want this, it's a pretty weak perk. Do we want food synth or do we want one of these guys? Novelty traders is nice, but I don't know. I think I'd rather just make sure I can get enough people and figure out how to get goods to them later. I guess there is, like, the thing that I am kind of thinking of starting with brain machine interface and getting them successful would be kind of nice. Am I taking any other projects? This one does. This is a project that I could conceivably take, but it doesn't apply to the same places I would use this on. Well, I guess, I mean, it kind of does. Just means I should consider not using brain machine interface on something making goods or bots. Yeah, this is actually a good reason not to take novelty traders, is that we have flexible fabrication available. So making bots would just be, like, better eventually, of course. In the early game, you might still prefer this, but I'm hoping to make it through the early game. Yeah, I think we'll try this. And, you know, we have the option to research any of these early, but I don't have to commit to any of them. It'll depend on what we find. We can get 4 here. That's not too bad. Can we get these 5? No. What about a scan here? Here. Here. It's kind of an awkward spot to scan. These 3... These 5 in the center. Usually I don't like to do like a center scan because it makes all your outside scans less that would be getting something in the center less good. And you prefer to pick them up radially like this, right? These here. These here. These. Not sure, really. Let's actually just start with this center scan, I think. Tell me which direction I'd like to go in. Well, an arid planet, okay, with ruins, so we would like to settle this. And we do also, I guess, have this option if we really wanted it. But hopefully we don't have to do that. Arctic. Okay, so we can get you the water like that. Still need food. That looks like food, right? Oh, the bots don't reach, of course. What am I thinking? I was thinking this was the planet making bots. This still could be totally playable, though. Right? Like... people here... bots here, food here. Like, that's a beautiful loop. And we get the food going to this arid planet as well. And we could make bots here again and water here. Yeah. This line, of course, won't actually happen, but yeah, this is an excellent start. And we don't need any of our text for it. And I don't really want to... well, we don't need hydroponics for it. And we could go with Xeno Studies if we wanted to, like, turn one of these remnant or this... I don't have any primordial planets yet, right? This is a swamp or something? Yeah. So anyway. The point is, this is a good setup. And I don't feel like I'm wasting any, good remnant or primordial planets. They're both doing totally great jobs already. So let's just build all 6 of these planets out and then reevaluate. Well, build some of them and then we'll get tasks. Alright, what do you got for me? Easy mode? Great. I assume I can get science somehow? Could probably just build a bot lab right over here, right? Yes, I accept. I don't really want to make goods anytime soon. Now, remind me what the deal... when all needs are met, so that's after getting the goods in, right? Yeah. This is the normal production sheet here. I could do some scanning first, but I just want to get all this trade established. I guess I maybe should have looked at these ruins before I decided, but I couldn't have because it would have created more people and messed up the... don't do it in that order. I guess it would be fine, right? Yeah, I could do it in this order and see what's up first. It doesn't take away the people anyway. So the ones we're getting are not the Ephorians. 8 science would be great. People to happiness wouldn't be the end of the world. There. So that's looking all very lovely, right? Maybe I should have scanned something first, but like, I mean, right? This is pretty great. This is a 6 science lab. I'm having trouble affording to put it down. So wait, what task do I get? I just unlock their options, right? Oh! I could start with infrawave detection. Because, I mean, it's not insane, but you get, it's just like a more expensive but larger scan. Right? Which might help, because right now I don't know where to go. So suppose I did this. We can look at like the range of a normal scan is like this, right? But an infrawave station is a much larger scan and can also reveal like unstudied space, right? So what do we need? What planets need more of something? We'd welcome someplace to send these bots, then you would be successful. We'd sort of be interested in something going on over here, I guess. By the way, this doesn't create a slipway, it just kind of sits there in space. I think it takes up a little space, but not much. I think that this is a good start. I think this is, since I can't get anyone successful without scanning anyway, I'll just like start scanning. Yeah. There you go. Okay. This is a great, an unbelievably great Forge world. Just make these 2 planets successful already, will ya? Oh my god. It does mean you'll never have anything to do. You would be cut off. It also makes the bot lab a little bit worse. But these bots to goods right in the middle of like 4 colony planets. Like, how can you say no to this? I'm surprised this doesn't have a route to here. It's just a little bit too blocked. Just barely? Okay. I mean, I feel like making these guys successful would be really nice. And, there's got to be some way to get more people out of all this as well. Oh wow, you can even reach this jungle. So... Oh gosh, I forgot I took the food synth here. I don't want that, but it's good to know. Yeah, I think we just need to work a little bit more on the economy before I can start putting down science. As you see, I'm not really running at a surplus here. If I make the Dender happy by adding 2 more population, which this would do, I could unlock this option to get more science and spend the science on brain-machine interface, and that would be a money income thing, right? Plus, this planet would be... well, it wouldn't be quite successful. It needs more bots from somewhere. Which doesn't look like it's going to happen. Can I reach any asteroids? I can reach this one. So this is my entire supply for the year. Or what if I did like this? I think I would rather just not have an unhappy place. And you're successful. I forgot about that. Great. Well, I'm broke, and there are no asteroids nearby, so that will be the turn. Ah, you won't be successful until someone takes your some people from you. And that's true of you as well. I see. Well, that is true. Suppose that we did this. You would love this double trade, but then I couldn't get the goods to you up here. What if instead we tried making food here? Can you... no, you can't reach this, huh? Why not? Just a little too far away? I guess. Well, this goods planet is not as amazing a start as I thought, because there's no one to accept all these people. Now, if we scan up here, we'll surely find some use for people. And here is even one that's not too bad. But it just makes me wonder whether doing this was the right way to start. And also put that asteroid back. Maybe I should scan up here before I commit to doing stuff in this year. And if I do scan, I guess, well, I want it to be a big scan, right? Something like here. Okay. Mineral and arid are both good. I mean, I don't know. Every planet is good. That's the setup we got. Can that reach? No, it can. I just can't afford it. Producing minerals here, how useful is that? Like, not super useful. Oh, there's a forge world up here. What would we want to make, though? Well, okay, I mean, bots here. Into food here. With the biomass from here is a possibility. Oh, wait a minute. We can already reach this place with bots. I don't need to make bots here. So maybe this should just be a people world? Then there'd be even more for this to supply goods to. The problem is there's like nowhere to use all these people. Except labs. Oh. I was thinking that this Forge world isn't that important because I can't get these worlds so successful. But A, like, trading goods is worth money anyway. But also B, I can send all the people to a lab. So suppose that I did this. Can I still fit a good lab in anywhere? Or have I cut off all the lines? I mean, people to water here is almost a good water lab, but the problem is that we're getting the bots to this place from here. And so if we tried to, I can't even show you what a lab would look like, but I could put in like a water lab here, for example, or I couldn't include these guys in it, or this. So it would just be like 1 water and 3 people, which is fine. Huh. Or we could study bots, maybe? Not many people can get to the bots. If I put down the lab, there won't be that many people who can reach it. I'm still a little sad about cutting off this mineral planet. The alternative that we were looking at was like this to this, right? Oh wait, no, we didn't need that. Right, no, that was, yeah, we could make bots here. I don't know, this doesn't seem very, oh right, I was thinking, what if we made, you know, biomass here? Then this could make food, and I guess that would be something, and we would eventually give the food to someone up here, hopefully. But that doesn't seem very good. Does it? This trade is still desirable, but it's hard to get goods to here if I do that. I don't know, I think the whole, like, colonize this plan seems pretty cool. Or where were they getting food? Oh, wait, I don't have the biomass to do this. Where were they getting food somewhere else? In my weirdo plan? Was I looking at this? Make biomass but don't ship it over there, and then I don't know. I'm suddenly lost about what I was doing. I think it involved this, and I just don't know where I thought I was getting the food from. Here? But how do we get bots there? Like, we can get food from here, but I don't... Oh, it was just... I still need biomass. Right, I noticed I don't need to send the bots from over here, but I still need to get the food, the biomass from somewhere. And I might not be able to guarantee that I can do that. Whereas, suppose I just, like, forget all that stuff, and I build this here. That's a pretty solid economical thing, right? Takes people from both of these planets, makes it hard to get goods in, to here, specifically. But we can still get goods here. And we could probably colonize this place somehow. Maybe. Yeah. You can't reach, really? It's a little upsetting. You can't reach here either. So I could, like, really go out there and just focus on trade. Use up this Forge World to produce more food. Then I wouldn't need this. I would need minerals. But now you don't have a second export anymore. I'm still not sure. This feels like a pretty big decision. I really, like, I thought I had some big setup here that, like, worked out well and involved people getting there. I can get you food, I guess, from here, but I need to get bots there somehow, right? And so I had imagined this, but no biomass. And I don't see a way to get any, obviously. I don't have any tech that would help, right? Well, I mean, I want brain-machine interface, I think. I'm still kind of broke. And so even if I got, like, hydroponics, you know, I could turn this into food, I guess, instead. That's a thought. If I use this to turn bots into food, I could build this out very easily. And then I have a zillion people in here with which I would do what? Build a lab to study water or something? Or maybe minerals, just to make use of this planet. Yeah, that's probably better. Well, except that if I have a line from here to here, nobody can really participate in that research. So what if I did this and tried to build a lab to study something else? Say, robots. Here. It'd be a very expensive lab. But I don't think it would overlap much with this Forge World. Let's just build dang goods, and I mean, how bad is this ever going to be? It's not going to be horrible, right? I guess I should scan something first, like down here. It would be nice to use a big scan, but I have to pass some time, and this is still fine. Hey, I found some biomass, right? I have to scan this to connect up, whoops. Didn't think that through. But I couldn't use this mineral world for much of anything. Oh, okay, I could use it to make food. And together with biomass, put people there. We just won't connect these up. And we'll make this ship out goods. That still seems pretty good. So give me the science. Can't afford, huh? It's a little bit annoying. I guess I did manage to spend most of the year at least. I think I'm ending the turn though. There's nothing I can do, and I think this is a useful stepping stone to doing stuff. There. We have a successful planet, and I could research brain-machine interface and make you more successful, but I think it's more important to get this going. It's going to be worth so much. The problem is, it's insanely expensive to ship all this. Oh yeah, give me the money, I think. I don't know, I mean, I want more science, I guess. But I also want 23 bucks. Well, with 16 science, I could skip Xenostudies or brain-machine interface. And it would already be saving me like for a 10 credits a year, which is nice. But honestly, I think getting 23 credits is worth more than that, because it just lets me connect this stuff up more usefully and like get more money this year already from trading all these goods. Maybe not more than 23, but close. More than 10 rather per turn, but close, and it lets me. Yeah, I think I just want the money. Because I get all these guys to successful, and it lets me spend my time and my money. You don't want them because nobody else is taking your people. I mean, you're happy to take them, but you don't need them yet. For example, I could do this. And you would become, well, if I then also gave you goods, you would become successful. All of you are in this situation, right? None of you will actually become successful when you get goods. That was why I did this later. I can ship you goods, and that's great, and I should do it. Oh yeah, you still need chips too, to actually be successful. But this, and this, is a good start, I think. And really, just that alone, like, I'm at 38 per year, right? And when I buy this, how much do I gain? 49. So I gained like 11. I gained more upkeep this year than I would have gained by taking the tech, and I didn't have to spend tech on it. And I also got to spend these months doing something useful. I'm still like burning through cash pretty quickly, but we're getting there. Now, suppose this, like just as a way to use up the people on these planets, I think that's pretty useful. Okay, now, It would be really nice to set up that lab. They only want us to get 3, but of course I'd like as much as I can get. I'm looking at like a biomass lab, because there's a jungle over here as well. Oh my god, I'm broke already. I can harvest an asteroid. That's something. But what if I did that first? Then I could get a better asteroid, which would be nice. Problem is I don't really have a way to get bots there just yet. I don't know. I think that's an okay price to pay for getting a nice lab going. Even if I can't get it like till next year? And it looks like I'm not really... I don't know. Brain-machine interface I could use on some of my successful planets, right? But it is $10, and I have better uses for that money right now. I think I just need my science going. And even if I took this asteroid now, I couldn't actually, like, yes, I could place the lab. Can I... I can't get it to see this and this, huh? That's too bad. But I could place it like here. That's fine. I could even connect up a source of this stuff, but I don't want to pay the lab's upkeep if I'm not going to be able to even get anything from it. I'd rather work towards getting more stuff there. So we could do this. The lab's a little better this way, but I still can't really build it. I mean, I can, but I can't connect it. So maybe we just build another big scan out here. Maybe down here? See if we can get something to connect with these guys? I don't know, I still want to see what that's about, so maybe this is a good compromise. Great. Not sure exactly about that, but bots here would be nice. That solves your sadness. Okay, great. And just we'll run one more kind of smaller scan to finish out the year. Connecting you two is not really necessary, so I don't need to scan this. Maybe something over here. Now I can finally build out the lab. See my new tasks. Two prosperous planets. That's a tall order at this stage in the game. Import hubs are no problem. Increase your science output by 5. I mean, we're about to get one more. Too bad I can't build another biomass lab down here. I mean, I guess I could have. In fact, why didn't I just make this a water lab? I have both, and I didn't really notice. I could have picked either one. Yeah, I guess I just didn't realize. I thought this was a swamp, not a jungle, I guess. Because down here I have only biomass, not water, right? Or I have more biomass than water. A lot more. This would have been, yeah, That was a mistake. I think this should have been a water lab. So what else could I study, though? Like, things. I can study numerous objects. I think. Somehow? It's actually not quite so easy. You're never gonna make more, right? Yeah. But actually, if you received water or people, you would be prosperous already, which is... No, wait a minute. You have enough trade to become prosperous already. You just need one of these guys to prosper, or you. The problem is, I think all of that is impossible. So, okay, you could trade with someone out here who would prosper, but that would mean they would have to give you people or water. Which is a thing that could happen, right? Like that. This would probably be a pretty nice setup. Or you just make people here. We get the food from there. And... I can't quite send the robots over, huh? So that's all possible. But two prosperous planets. You just also need someone to succeed, huh? Could you succeed? You just need chips. You need water and something to do with bots. Well... I could do this. It's a pretty bad giant probe. But like, I could making both of these two successful, so prosperous so early seems really appealing to me. I think I can do an import hub more easily than I can do a bunch of science. So why don't I just take these? And I'm pretty sure I can get to this somehow. Ah, right. I can't put... I wanna get this built first. Do I want to finish this up, though? Just to stop you from being unhappy? Do I care that much right now? I don't think I do. This is a very expensive set of connections, by the way. Like, that's more than the rest of the year to do, just to connect that up. So I probably should not do that. We're just going to let you languish for a while. Build out this instead. Not clear whether this is actually how it's going to work, because I can't get the bots here at the moment. But I can build this and then get a bigger scan. Hello? Thought I put you down? Oh, I guess I put you down somewhere that was illegal. Let's get that planet as well, I suppose. Can I get... I'd rather hit that one than the one below, I guess. So, like, there. Boy, it's too bad I don't have Bakar, by the way, asking me to discover planets. I'm a genius at that. I'm aces. Okay, well that didn't really succeed very well, I think. Or did it? I can't reach! Right? I can't get the people there. You can't either. There is this, though. This kind of synergy, as long as I could get food, which... can't? I mean... oh man, you can't even reach from there, even if I... Oh! Forge Worlds can make food. I forgot about this. Ta-da! Right? I guess the chips are... yeah, they're fine too. We just do this, right? Everybody's happy. I kind of thought it would be connected to all this stuff. It turns out it's not, but that's okay. So this is not a cheap year, but it's fine. I guess I should be looking at the text that's available. Maybe I could take gene adjustment or something? I don't know, I mean... planet upkeep. I'd rather have wave augmentation, I think. I think I'm doing okay on money. But I don't have to commit to it yet. Wait a minute. I don't need that planet to be part of this, do I? There we go. So you still haven't found anyone to use to... oh, right. You have a bunch of spare people, and you'd like to use them up, but even more important for you is to have one of your friends become successful, like you, or I don't know who else, really. You need chips. Oh, there's gonna be two-way trade between these guys, isn't there? Once they're sending out one bot, they'll want water. And you have that. That's sort of nice. Oh no, I can't afford it. Well, in that case... let's maybe check this out first. People into science. You can reach that, huh? I like that. It's kind of expensive. I guess this asteroid might be better in the future if I scan all this stuff, but I seem to need some money, so now is an alright time to pop it. Great. Now I have all this science. I can take wave augmentation. Or You know what I could maybe do? Now that it's finally... Well, no. I was gonna say, now that there's finally a year where I have more money than I need, I could spend some of it on brain-machine interfacing. But actually, that isn't true. I spent all my money this year. If you could just get more bots, I'd be happy. You want chips. I don't know. A bunch of these places are never going to quite succeed. They're too boxed in. Could I do something in here? I don't have access to the biomass. Or the bots, so it looks like no. By the way, this does block, right? It's obstructed? Yeah. So it matters a little bit where you put these. They're slightly worse than giant probes. What are we doing with the rest of the year? I want more science. I gotta have it. Oh, I also need an import hub still? Huh. So if I gave you... If I got you to be successful, you could, You can't get these bots from here, of course. But you could send over some water. Problem is, you're never going to succeed if you don't have bots. So, unless I can find you some, say, down here, which maybe I very well could. Actually, none of these look likely to be able to connect. Oh, no, to here. They could connect to here. That could happen. And then we could have this set up, right? People to minerals to some forge world, back to bots here. I think that's fine. Try maybe not to get it right in between these two planets, just in case. Something like that. Now I'm in between the mineral planet and the rightmost of these. Trying to avoid cutting off lines that might be important. Especially to the mineral planet. This should be okay, I think. Nope, it wasn't. That was exactly where I needed it to go. That was the line I needed. And it's hard to tell what it's going to block. I wish the game could give you more information about geometry that you can't predict or undo about. There's just no good ways to discover it. Would wave augmentation help? No, I don't want to, like, I want you to become successful. I want you to have a successful friend. And, like, even if you could reach to here, they don't want your people. I guess they could give you goods, though? Or water if they became successful, maybe? Like, there's plenty of demand for the stuff here. I just can't produce it. Maybe I should have used a small scan to guarantee that I didn't make any trouble for myself and just been a little less greedy. Well, we can scan up here. But this planet can't reach any of those, so... Well, you could reach here, I guess. Barely. No, you can't. See, I wish it would tell me that. I couldn't tell, like... Or, sorry, here. That's... Okay, it can reach here. So we could make, like, water, right? Oh, they don't want it. But this arid world does. And where would we get food from? Maybe here, but there's no biomass. Likewise here. I mean, I can get you to prosper. That is certainly a thing I can do. Build this, connect it all up. You'll have 2 inputs and 2 outputs. You'll succeed, you'll prosper. Problem is, you'll be suffering still. And I don't have a really clear way to remedy that. I mean, I do, of course. Just send them some food from somewhere. But then that other place would suffer, right? Like that, for example. There's no way to get it the biomass that it needs. It's a really nice group of two-way trades, though. It might be worth it to just have a struggling Forge world. I'm not going to get much use out of this otherwise, am I? Well, what if it made chips? You would become happy, and that would be that, right? Oh, there's no people left here. Someone else would have to produce people. I guess this arid planet could try, but it runs into the same problem of it doesn't have any dang food, right? This kind of seems worthwhile, though. It gets me a prosperous planet and a lot of trade income for a moderate investment. And getting food to here is not an insurmountable problem. It's just a little difficult is all. How much money does that give me, by the way? 7? I think it might be better to start here. Yeah, that produces a pretty similar amount, actually. Yeah, let's not do it that way. Oh yeah, flipping you to successful also increases the income. Sure. Oh, you want more water, right. That's fine, we're gonna do that. So you're now very productive. I guess I could roll back and take brain-machine interface, but I think I've like finally started to take off, see? So like wave augmentation would probably be a better pickup. Oh. I have 2 struggling planets. I didn't notice that. Well, this whole setup is unnecessary, isn't it? If I'm willing to have these guys suffer anyway? I could just start here. And not have this set going. Yeah, we don't get a successful planet here, but we don't get a struggling planet here. I just want more science somehow. Maybe this is why. Maybe it's finally time to take Xeno Studies. Remnant and Primordial. I think I use those pretty often, though, right? Like, I don't have any sitting around that I could just use. How would you get food? Wave augmentation from here, maybe? That would make you happier. Just not quite sure what the point of this is. I could make like a mediocre chip lab in here, right? It wouldn't even be that mediocre. It would be 4. I'd be sending 3 sets of people and 1 set of chips. I could build the lab first and then connect everything else up. It would help you succeed. I don't see how you're ever going to succeed, which is kind of sad. What late game movement text do I have? Teleportation would do it eventually, I suppose. Right, connect this planet to these planets and you'd be set. Obviously that's a pretty unambitious use of teleporters, but it's a thing you could do. Could I make a cool mineral lab or something, maybe? Not really. I don't have a lot of spare resources lying around, which is good. It means I'm making efficient use of my resources. Yeah, I think let's just build out that lab. Here-ish. Oh, not 3. Not 4. 3. You're right. It's only 3 science. Still, it's something. And give me wave augmentation. Oh, I have enlightenment. That's how I could get them to succeed. I thought I didn't have that. I could enlighten 1 or 2 planets. You want people. Cool. You can reach? Oh. I didn't think you could reach, actually. I should have done that last year. Here we go. I guess this is all fine. I was thinking maybe don't settle this until next year, but no, I want to get the science from it. Ah, because I didn't have wave augmentation when I was planning the routes, is why I didn't realize that would reach. Can't afford. You know, I think I can make everything slightly cheaper if I scoot the lab over to the right. Because the last few light years or whatever of a lab are the most, of a connection are the most expensive ones. And so by trying to keep it closest to these places, I think it's better? I'm not sure if that really worked out to be better, but whatever, I'll take it. And I can just afford to colonize this. Yeah, so it must have worked out better, because I can afford to do all of what I just did and then a bit more. We said this is making... Well, actually, wait. Why am I using the Forge World for this? Why don't I do it that way? Oh, because the minerals can't reach the Forge World, I remember. Right, we wanted to do this, but it doesn't fit. Okay, it's a little subpar, but... you gotta take what you can get sometimes. Wait a minute, could I have connected this up last year? I assume the answer is no. Yeah, okay. And now... would Enlightenment do something good for me? I still need one more world to prosper. You have how many trades? Just 4. And you have 4 also. But I can get you a 5th here. This guy doesn't actually succeed, though. I'm just like, we could enlighten this, and then it would, you know, it would have enough trades, it just wouldn't have enough successful neighbors. You're, like, I kind of want you to succeed, and I don't see a good way to do it. Let's, You would succeed if I sent you more minerals, right? Yeah. Who would that help, though, to prosper? I can't believe I still haven't built any more import hubs. I guess enlightening a planet is not the way to get an import hub. Who could I get more inputs to? Actually, if I made you... does Enlightenment make that succeed? Yeah. It's basically... it reduces by 1 the number of imports for successful and the number of trade routes for prosperous, which is basically the same as saying it produces goods out of nowhere and trades it for you, but doesn't give you any money for it. So this would succeed. You would then have 2 successful neighbors, but you would still need a bunch of imports and exports. Could you do that? No. No, I blocked this. Oh, they don't want that stuff anyway. This is way too far, but also obstructed. Oh, not obstructed. Interesting. I mean, what other science could I take right now? I could take economic zones. Oh. Does, that doesn't count as a trade, right? Suppose that I did this. And there's got to be some world somewhere here. So right now you have, you know, one of each route, and you still have one of each route. Your trade income went up, as expected, but you didn't get any closer to becoming successful. And I assume the same would be true of becoming prosperous. Like, if I could find two successful things that are adjacent but not trading with each other, that would be kind of interesting to test this theory. But I can't really do that. Alright, fair enough. So, we're not going to learn that. I just wanted to know what was going on. Trade hubs would be a way to get more exports out of my planets, but I don't think it's very useful in this setup. I have... well... yeah, you need to trade with actual planets. So mad. I mean, Enlightenment would get me some money, and it would make more planets successful, which is closer to prosperity, but not quite there. Like, I don't know if I want you to use Enlightenment, but you clearly are never going anywhere without it. Oh, can't afford it. Well, I guess that asteroid's fine. Actually, it's 20. Wow. I mean, how much does Enlightenment actually get me right now? Like, that's only $1 per year to enlighten there. And it costs a lot. Like, I don't really have that much money to play with. If it's not getting me to prosperous, I don't think it's really worth doing. I could just take gene adjustment, I guess. It's 24 credits per year for free. Kind of suggests I should have done that earlier, but I don't know. I was using my science for other stuff, right? No, I could have done this one a year ago. Could I back up that far? I could. Yeah, let's take gene adjustment. Okay. And we were making this here, right? Or no, we were connecting this up first because it trades? No. We were connecting up the science first. There we go. Now I've got a bit more money to work with, at least. And we could still take Enlightenment. We don't have to take it now. I kind of want to know what's up over here. Well, I don't know. Why don't I just build a mineral lab? Answer, I don't have minerals from here. Just here. So I want you to become successful somehow. No, I want you to get water. Which is how you would become successful. So I think like here is pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, you could get water if I could get bots there somehow. Getting bots there is tricky. I could get them from here, but there's no way to get minerals to you because this arid planet's in the way. Water here would be great, by the way. Could feed this arid planet as well. Although this does block off the flow of people to what I hoped would be a mineral lab in this area. This doesn't reach, right? Even with wave augmentation, yeah. And this is sadly obstructed. Man, having every planet colonizable it just makes everything feel so good. Everywhere is everything is attainable. You're never screwed. This just is such a nice looking cluster. It just isn't quite what I want right now. Getting you water is not easy. I very often forget the kind of like second tier resource that a planet will need once it becomes established when planning out these routes, and I end up in situations like this where like maybe if I'd made this ocean planet into a colony into a water producing planet instead, I might have been happier, but then like how am I getting people here? So I don't know. Well, this would have done it, right? As it happens. But then these foods wouldn't be going anywhere. I've left you miserable for some time. It would be nice if I could fix that before you like start giving me permanent marks against my score. And there's always this, but you know, you're not really in any position to get better either. And we skipped past hydroponics. There's no way to turn this into food. I guess that's something I could have done, right? Is minerals here, bots here, hydroponics here to send in food. Before I locked away all my tier 0 techs. But I don't know. I think that might have been... I might have built this out after I cut myself off from that anyway. I don't remember. I don't know. I just did a big scan down here. I feel like I should do something. To prosper, you need, like, a lot of work, right? Yeah. I can't get you goods at all. I can get you successful easily. But no one really cares about that. What about you? You just need your neighbors to succeed, which means you need to send out bots. And you need to send out biomass. So if I just find an Arctic planet in here, I'll be set, right? Well, no dice there. Nobody wants the biomass still. There's this biomass lab up here somewhere, right? Yeah, but it's obviously, even with like the ability to skip stuff, it's pretty far away. I guess economic zones might do it? Since you guys just both want to send your trade somewhere else? That's a thought. What if I tried to build an economic zone in here? Bots and biomass. What else could I send in? The trick is, well, the problem, a problem is that if I connect these two up, there's no way to get this stuff out, right? Is that true? What if I built like a really... like... I could do this. Obviously not with a lab, but with a trade hub, right? And then I would have room to connect these planets up to here. I mean, I guess another thing is I don't need these to become successful if I could get these two, for example. You can just make food. That would be nice, right? Bring this in. Chips and food to people. Problem is then I can't trade with you. You don't want this stuff. People to chips. Ah. So I could get you to succeed with people to chips easily, right? You have an import, 2 imports, 2 exports. Easy, easy, easy. But that's only 1. You still wouldn't succeed. Because you can't get anyone to take that biomass from you. Oh, you can. What am I thinking? Okay, I lose the ability to send chips over here, but I make you successful. Nope, you accept biomass. I'm so bad every time. Sorry, you produce biomass. See, I can't even say the right word. So if I instead build this trade hub that I'm imagining, right? Which is like super expensive. Then I could like... Yeah, you would still have bots left over to make, say, food here. But I can't deliver the food to over here, so maybe that's not so great. I was just trying to find a third good to send to this. Obviously it's not strictly necessary because it would make the planet prosper anyway, which is the biggest thing I want. Would this be an import hub if it received 3 goods? Like, does that count? It's not a planet, so to speak. I'm not sure. Well, it's not really so bad to cut these guys off, actually, right? This area could be fairly self-sufficient, I think. So I could actually put the import hub more like here. And then it's got access to water if it wants, food if it wants. Right? Like, that, and that. That makes this area pretty successful and with lots of goods to feed to here. I think I'll go for that. And maybe I'll be able to do something with what else is going on in here, I don't know. Oh, you want biomass. I don't need an import hub, I can just connect you up. Or a trade hub, I can just do this. That's probably better, right? Yeah, I forgot about the second good you were going to need. Turns out it was biomass. Or second resource. I mean, this still seems useful, right? And it would make you an import hub, and then we'd be all set, yeah? Okay, maybe I should get my tasks before I do this. Get more food-producing worlds to prosperous, new trade routes, new techs. Well, I'm not far from a new tech if I wanted. But I don't really want either of these. I just want, like, enlightenment, which I can pick up easy. And then food-producing worlds to prosperous. That would be like this one, probably. I could export several food for you, actually, right? Here and here. And you would succeed and have a total of 4 trades. And plenty of successful neighbors. I just have to get you 2 more trades somehow. More biomass, more robots, or sending away your food to more people. Any other food-producing worlds who might someday prosper? Things are a little dire over there. And you... I mean, it doesn't seem likely. Let's put it politely. I feel like I could do any of these. But maybe, like, new techs and new trade routes are things I'm definitely gonna do. Because getting a food planet to prosperous requires perhaps substantial gymnastics. Let's do this. And we can get all this to be successful as well by just shipping some people over here. And water here. Before we do all this, undo as far back as you can, and grab enlightenment. Because these guys are clearly never getting goods, and we'd like them to be successful. Likewise here. And I think that's... I mean, you might as well succeed, right? We have enough money that I can afford to take 0 turn actions to turn money into money now into money later. And I could do it here. Is it... My problem with that is that I could imagine getting goods here and that I would regret using this. But I don't think it's really going to happen. Like, where would they come from? Here, basically, right? But I don't know if I want to expand out this far. It's hard to find... Like, I don't have a source for this Forge World either. Let's just go with that. That should help with income. And then we were going to do this. Oh, look at that. A prosperous planet just by, like, doing stuff that seemed good. We're into tier 3 now. Oh, I guess that might have been a way to make everyone successful, huh? Flexible fabrication. But I don't, like, have bots feeding most of those worlds, do I? Not really. So I think it was fine to not do this. Oh, I could have connected this up, I guess, a bit ago. Before I settled that. There you go. And did I make all you guys succeed in this timeline? I did. Okay. So now we settle this. Slightly less wasteful. Okay. I think we're at an okay time for a break here. I've been thinking 3 episodes is a few too many, so I'm gonna try and just get it into like 2 per game. So I went for an hour and a half. We'll see if that's enough. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the second half, hopefully, not second, third.